Hi, it's Crystal here again, your nature-inspired relationship coach. I'm just out for another really lovely autumn walk in the mist. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's really misty, but I really adore this weather because you get all this mist, then you get these bright autumn colours that kind of break through. And I think sometimes you need to have the dullness and the dreariness sometimes so that you can appreciate the spark and the fire and the energy that can come through in contrast to it. So that's just one of my thoughts. But I have a question for you, and my question is, what do you need to do in your relationship, or what are you prepared to do for your relationship? The reason I'm asking this question is because I see lots of couples who come to me for relationship coaching, and they usually have a whole list of things that they want their partner to do to improve the relationship. So they might say they want their partner to communicate more, to listen more, to be more attentive, to spend more quality time with them, and so on. Even to help around the house more, or to treat them as an equal partner when it comes to issues with the children. And it's really easy to focus on what you feel your partner is or isn't doing wrong in the relationship. But it's probably more important to ask yourself what you could be doing more or less of in your relationship, and what you're prepared to do to make the changes necessary to enhance and improve your relationship. Because what you then do is you move the responsibility from your partner onto yourself, because really when it comes down to it, you can only really take responsibility for yourself. You can only really control your own actions and your behaviour. Now, you can explain to your partner how you would like them to behave and what you would like them to do in your relationship, but really you have no control over whether they do it or not. And it's actually more important to think about taking responsibility for yourself, because the minute you do that and you demonstrate to your partner that you're serious about making positive changes in your relationship, they're far more likely to do the same for you. It's much more motivating. So, for example, rather than saying, I wish my partner would communicate more, or I wish my partner would spend more time with me or be more attentive, think about what you would need to do to make communication easier in your relationship. So perhaps there's a reason why they're not open with you. Perhaps there's something that you're doing or not doing in your communication with your partner that makes it more difficult for them to be open with you. Perhaps you don't listen to them, or perhaps they feel you don't listen to them. If you feel like your partner's not spending much time with you, try asking them why. Try asking them if there's anything that you're contributing to in the relationship that's making that difficult for them to spend time with you. You could maybe think about if you're feeling like your partner's withdrawn, ask them, what's going on for them, and is there anything you can do to actually make them feel more understood, more listened to. Now, there might come a time in your relationship where you feel like, really you want to blame your partner for something, or that the fault lies with them, but it always takes two. So no matter how responsible you feel or don't feel for the issues in your relationship, and even if you feel like your partner's even 80 or 90% responsible, I can guarantee you there'll be something that you're doing or not doing in your relationship that will be contributing to the problem. And even if that's just enabling that unreasonable behaviour to continue, there's always something you can do, and there's always something you can take responsibility for. So I really want to ask yourself that question. Every time you have a negative thought about your partner or your relationship, and you come up with a list of things that you would wish for in your relationship, or you wish your partner would do or stop doing, try reframing every single question, or try reframing every single requirement or demand that you would normally make of your partner, and focus on yourself. So what can you do to enable your partner to want to spend more time with you? What can you do to improve the communication in your relationship? And maybe if it's just even asking your partner what you can do, you might be surprised at the answer. So that's the thought and the message I want to leave with you today. It's about taking responsibility for your relationship. Because the one thing about nature is completely dependent on collaboration between all different elements and all different parts of nature. So we're not independent of anything. We are absolutely interdependent on our partners, on the people around us, on nature. Nature tells us that all the time. Nature's an ecosystem, isn't it? So you've got all these different ecosystems working in collaboration together. So what that really means is that in order for that ecosystem to be harmonious and balanced and to work well, we each need to look inwards and think about what we can do to contribute to that ecosystem being a healthy one. So that's what I want to leave you with today. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Come over to my website, which is www.crystalwoodbridge.com. That's Krystal woodbridge.com. And there you can sign up to my regular newsletter, which is always full of relationship coaching tips and advice. And you'll get notified of all of my latest offers and exciting news. So I'd absolutely love to hear from you. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about, or any questions you have about relationships that I haven't answered, or any questions you might ask, if you could ask a relationship coach anything you wanted to about relationships, and what would that be? Email me. You can do that through my website or contact me, and I would absolutely love to make a video just for you. Until then, take care for now. Bye.